Okay, so check it. So if your content feels boring, it probably means you're selling too much. Or actually, here's another thing as well. If you're not converting sales, right, from especially social media or any type of online marketing, it's probably because you're selling too much, especially in your email marketing, like I said, social media marketing, and gosh, like I said, any type of digital marketing. You're probably selling way too much and not pushing the lifestyle. So I've been throwing around this really cool take, and I've actually been testing it, and it seems to be that it's working out. And the whole idea is 90% lifestyle, 10% selling, 10% product, right? And what do I mean by that? So when you're thinking about advertising, okay, when you're thinking about marketing, and not really just online, like most people do online, most people are just stuck on Instagram. This goes for any type of ads, as far as, excuse me, as far as newspaper or any type of, gosh, I'm trying to think of magazines, right? Stuff like that. This goes for physical, not only online, social media, email, things like that, is if you focus. I just got something stuck in my throat today. If you focus on the lifestyle and not the product, right? If you focus on how people are going to use that product when they're doing what? When they're living their life, right? Then you will solve. I guarantee this, because I'm seeing it in my own life and other people's lives that I'm testing this with, you will solve probably 90% of your issues, especially with sales, right? A high percentage of your conversion rates as well too. When you're selling what people are gonna do with your product, you will convert faster, okay? So let me just give you an example. So one of my favorite companies right here, right? Sendero. I always feel like I say it wrong, but Sendero. Or there's a couple different hat companies. I love hats, right? What they do is they don't show you, okay, yeah, every now and then they'll do a product shot, right? Of course, have your product. That is why the 10% is there. But what they are doing is they're showing their hats in the field. They're showing their hats, with people that are fly fishing, or people that are working on cars, or people, that are riding the back of pickup trucks and grilling and shooting shotguns and things like that, because that is the lifestyle that they want to create for their ideal client, for their person. So they're not making, I don't freaking know, Vans, skateboard hats, right? They're making hats for the person who wants to go shoot guns, or wants to go live on a boat, or fly fishing, or whatever the case is, right? That's who they're making it for. And they're doing what? They're selling the lifestyle. If you go look at Red Bull, or heck, even Vans, right? They rarely, actually Red Bull, you cannot find a can of Red Bull, a product shot, a can of Red Bull on their page. I challenge you to do it. Watch, now they're gonna post one, right? But Vans is a little different, because they will do product shots, but they're more on that 10% side. But they're selling the dude airing out of the freaking bowl, or surfing, or my face is just itching like crazy right now. But they're selling the lifestyle, and they're not even selling it, they're just promoting it. So if your sales are down, try switching your mindset. And because what it is, it's insecurity. It's going, oh, I just need to post my product. Okay, I did it. I posted, but it's not working. Or I'm going to send out this email, and it's just, hey, you can get my whatever for $50 lesser than. It's not working. Why isn't it converting? It's because you're not telling people how they can use your product, essentially. That is the main problem that I'm finding with the clients that I'm coaching right now and back in the day, or whatever the case is they have this amazing product, but they're too afraid to actually tell people how to use it, right? They're too afraid to niche down. They're too afraid to focus on one person. When all these giant, massive companies, right? Again, back to Vans or Sendero or Red Bull, all they do is speak to the lifestyle. And how are their sales? They're really good. Their sales are consistent. Their sales are decade proof, generational proof, right? I don't know how many times people, especially with those big companies, they have to essentially hand it down to their kids, but they've already built this thing, and the kids don't ruin it because they're selling their lifestyle. It's crazy. So again, start looking at the companies you're looking up to and see this theory, I guess you would call it, the 90-10 rule, okay? Actually, I'm just gonna call it a rule now. It's not even a theory, okay? Because it's been tested. So 90% lifestyle, 10% content. So like I said, I've been implementing this with myself and my clients as well for a little bit now, and a lot of them almost take it too far, because then they completely delete the product, people can't even find it essentially, right? But you have to remember that lifestyle, okay, it builds the trust, but then product gives them a place to land. So it's two sides of the sword, right? So you're building that trust, you're overproducing lifestyle, which is perfect, and then link in my bio or do the mini chat thing and whatever, I'll send you the code, and then you convert them, you have a place for them to land with the product. Okay, the product is still important, obviously. That is how we make money, that is how we convert, that is how we still do what we do, is we send people through a lifestyle down the funnel to your product. Okay, so don't forget that lifestyle builds trust, and then a product is a place for them to land, for your people to land. And this is the hard part, right? A lot of my clients, they'll post the lifestyle once or twice or 3 times, right, in a matter of 2 weeks or a month, and they'll go, well, Steven's not working. So the issue is that you have trained your people, especially on emails, right? You have trained your audience to not click your emails, not open them, right? You have trained them to scroll fast past, your posts, right? Because they don't want to be sold to. They don't want to be sold to right now. Everyone has flashing lights in their lives right now saying, hey, buy this, hey, buy this, hey, buy this. They don't want to be sold to. They want to have an awesome life with your product. So if you switch that and you show them how awesome their life can be with, your product, essentially, that whole mentality will change. So, side note, I just bought a new camera bag, and that's what happened. As I started showing it, out in the field and carrying different things and whatever, and it totally fit me. Like, I am their ideal client, and I bought it so freaking fast, it wasn't even funny. I didn't even look at the product shots, and they had them on their website, right? They're still good, product shots are still good. But I didn't even look at them. I just bought it straight from Instagram because I was so baffled by how cool this thing was, right? So just know right now with your marketing, if this is your issue, okay, you have trained people to scroll past, okay? So this isn't gonna work tomorrow. This isn't gonna work the next day or the next day or the following day, right? This is gonna work in 2 months. This is gonna work in a month, right? But you have to start posting consistently like this and give it time to essentially the analytics to give you proper numbers. But you have to actually test this thing. So when people build a race car and they go to the track, they spend months and months and years testing stuff, breaking parts, failing, right? That was my last video, all about failure, until they get a perfect thing, right? So now you are in testing phase, right? So now change up your whole entire marketing plan and go, we're gonna do lifestyle for 3 months. We're gonna post 3 times a day. Do it, I'm telling you, right? Right now I'm posting 2 times a day with two long forms a week. And it's going really well. So anyways, post as much as you can every single day about the lifestyle of your brand, and then you will stay front of mind, you will convert those people, and then they will stop scrolling past you fast. They will actually be opening up your emails and so on, okay? This is a game changer. This is what like all the big dogs are doing that you're not doing. And you go, man, but I got a great product just like Vans or just like this, whatever company. Why are they selling and I'm not? It's because you're not telling them the story. You're not selling them the lifestyle. Okay, and actually forget that I'm even saying like selling, like you're not showing them the lifestyle and you're not telling them that story. So one way to do this that I actually personally love is showing them the behind the scenes, right? Like for instance, I just cleaned my desk, right? I made it all nice and polished and whatever, and I moved all the junk over there so you couldn't see it. What I probably should have done is just turned on the camera and showed you all the mess or took some photos of the mess, right? Because this is the lifestyle, this is the behind the scenes, this is what I'm doing for you guys, right? So show them the messy situations, show them the dirt, show them, all the different behind the scene things of your employees, or that you messed up this product, or how you love this certain thing, because it just builds that trust even more, right? And then again, you're now selling that lifestyle as well of like that you actually care, right? There's just so much you can do that, and so many people are just so afraid and insecure that they're not taking advantage of, right? And so with marketing, people are tired of seeing the polish, they're tired of seeing all that stuff, they want to see the behind the scenes, and they want to see just the lifestyle behind it. So that 90-10 rule. I'm telling you guys just, just cram it into your brains, okay? And so this was actually on my notes, and so I had to read it because this is a good one, okay? And it says this, it says, when they already want you, okay, when they already love the lifestyle, love that product, right? The product becomes an easy yes, okay? So let me read it again. When they already want you or your product, right? Or the lifestyle, the product becomes an easy yes. So again, you're not posting, hey, come buy this, hey, come buy this, hey, come buy this. No, you're posting, hey, this is what this product, this is what type of lifestyle, oh my gosh, this is what type of lifestyle this product will bring. You see what I'm saying? Shift your mindset, okay? And remember the 90-10 rule, and then build that connection, okay? You don't want to lose that connection. You don't want people to scroll past it, okay? You want to build that connection and build that 90-10 rule, that lifestyle rule, and your product won't even be on the shelves. I see it time and time again, and that's where that gap, right? Like, oh, I'm selling to my friends and things are going good. I might go full time, whatever the case is. This is really cool. And then you hit this next level of it's good, but it needs to be up here because I'm starting to hire people and I'm not making any money. And this is where I'm sitting. It needs to be up here, but I'm right here and I'm just kind of floating right here. Literally every brand that I see do this, they go whoop, they sell that lifestyle and they jump way up, way fast, and they're buying freaking mansions and it's nuts, okay? So sell the lifestyle. Oh gosh, I did it again. Don't sell the lifestyle. Show the lifestyle, okay? And then have the product there for them to land on, obviously, because you need to make sales, okay? So shift your mindset for marketing, okay? Shift your mindset for how you talk to your ideal client, both physical and online and stuff like that. And honestly, as well, hit your email game, get that email game freaking tripled. If you're posting once every other month, seriously, do 3 times a week, do 5 times a week, okay? And really start pushing that lifestyle, really start pushing that content, really start changing your focus on this. And I promise you, you will see change. You will see change if you're consistent, okay? If you do it for long enough time to now test this idea, okay? Or test this rule, bam, did it, dude, 90-10 rule. If you do it long enough to actually get real numbers and real analytics, then this rule will work, okay? So 2 to 3 times a day posting on vertical platforms. Try and do as many as you can per week on YouTube. I can do 2 right now, right? And then get your email game up a lot, okay? And you will win if you do all that for 3 months, and then you'll get hooked and do it for longer, I promise. And then remember that 90-10 rule. So if you like this video, let me know down in the comments. Do that little like thing right there. Everything helps. Subscribe because that's a thing on YouTube. And if you need more help, let me know. There's links down below to get a hold of me and whatever. I love coaching brands. I love coaching brands that don't want to fit in, the misfits, the dorks, right? Those are my peeps. So let me know if you need help. And very, very stoked about, all this stuff and to help out my people. So anyways, love you guys, and I'll talk to you very soon.